What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about narcissistic devaluation. Don't take it personal. When a narc devaluates you, they do it in two different ways. They'll do it probably most likely when it's just the two of you. They're going to really go hard on you. But when other people are around, they do it in a slick way. They say things like, like say for instance, you all go out to eat and you're the one who picked the restaurant. They'll say stuff like, I could have picked something better than that. And to kind of get the other person to be in agreement with them. Now, when they're in front of you, they might say things like, it was a good restaurant, but it's like you one minute you pick something good, the next minute you don't. They're going to make you feel like you do good, but it's never good enough. That's the way they are. They're very negative. When they're around other people, you just kind of never know what you're going to get. They're going to either be super fake and pretend like all praises to you, and they just love the way you do everything, or they're going to kind of show their true colors, because that's when the mask slips, and they're going to kind of be who they really are, the way they are in front of you. The other person will kind of see that sometimes, but the person won't think that they're being negative, because they'll think that that's just a normal, like you're just giving your true, critique opinion about something. But you know that the narcissists have a habit of doing something like this, and they do it to you, and they stick it to you because it's always on your mind. But my message to anyone who deal with this is just not to take it personal. You just have to put yourself in a mindset of not taking it personal, because when a narcissist devalues you, it shows who they are. It shows the negative spirit that they carry, and they don't know how to be any other way. And so all of those qualities that they once, bigged you up on and put you on a pedestal for when they first met you, that's what they use to get you. And that's what they'll do to try to keep you. But at some point or another, they will try to devalue you and downgrade you, and put you down and make you think that you could be better. So you just have to think about it like, okay, I could be better, but that's not what you said, like when we first met, or that's not what you said. You can always throw that up as a defense mechanism, but you're still kind of wasting your time, because never go back and forth with a narc, never defend yourself, never ask for an explanation, because you'll be wasting your time. Just don't take it personal. Don't receive it. Don't receive it in your spirit. That's not who you are. You hold those qualities and more. Keep telling yourself that I am that and more. Do not believe the things that the narcissist is trying to put in your head. Don't receive it, and don't try to better yourself, because there's nothing wrong with you to begin with. It's the person who's saying all these things to you is the one with the problem. That's the evil that's trying to convince you that you could be better. They want you to feel bad. It makes them feel good to get this reaction out of you, to where you kind of start to do something to show them that you've taken into consideration what they are telling you. So that's just my message to you, and I hope that you just think about it the next time someone tries to devalue you and make you feel less than, because you are not less than. You are all that and more than that. And the narcissists, they know this. They just have to use that, because that's just who they are. That's how they operate. They don't change. They don't change. Same narc, different day. Same narc, different tactic on a different day. It's never going to change with the narcissist, so don't expect anything different. Like I say, the only thing that'll change is probably when the mask slips, when they're around certain people. They will pretend to be a little bit critical on you, because the person may say something that complements your taste. And that's when they have to say, yeah, it was okay, but I thought it was all that the way she was describing it. That's what they do. And they'll be like, yeah, I've been some better places too, but that's just the way narcissists do. They really try to convince the person to team up with them and go against you. That's devaluation. That's a tool they use to make you feel less than. Don't receive it. Please don't receive it. You all that. And when you're having those bad days, it's something I want to throw in there. When you're having them bad days and things just kind of not on the up and up for you, and it's been kind of rough, and you've broken it off with a narc, you've gotten out the relationship, sometimes a sadness will come down on you, and you will start to think about the things the narc said when they devalue you. But again, don't take yourself there. Don't mix that in with reality of what's going on around you. All of my bills are due at the same time. These people are not working with me as far as making payment arrangements. Hours have been cut at work. I can't find a second job. Life happens. But do not mix those thoughts of narcissistic abuse in with that, because it doesn't go together. That was a whole fraud you were dealing with. That person was not even real. And they don't deserve any of your time and your thoughts. It's just like, I know it's not easy to just put that out of your mind, because they really did a number on you. And that's something that's not easy to get over. It's a long healing process. However, what helps you to heal through the process is to constantly remind yourself that it wasn't real. It was all, pretend love. It wasn't love at all, really, because one thing you don't want to do is confuse what real love and compassion and empathy is for what the narcissist presented to you. What the narcissist presented to you was all false. It was just enough to keep you. So don't even consider the narcissist, because you're wasting your thoughts when you consider the narcissist. To pick yourself up from hard times, you just have to sometimes start writing down what you can do, and believe in the fact that things will work out for you in the best. Also, you got to be good people. You got to be good. You can't be the type of person who mistreats others and expect goodness to come your way. It may seem that way from a narcissist, like no matter what, they always get away with doing some of the most evil things, but they're not getting away with it because it's constantly eating them up inside. If you notice the way the narcissists look on the outside, that's solid proof that they are just downright miserable. They're not happy. They're getting by. They're surviving through other people's misery, but they're not happy. They're maneuvering through the world through misery. They don't sleep at night. They're not happy. That's why they're constantly on the go. They're constantly working, constantly plotting, constantly trying to destroy the next person, because they're just not satisfied with who they are. And they know that when they look in the mirror. So don't think for 1 minute that the narcissist is getting away with doing so much dirt, and here you are living life the right way and treating people the right way, and bad things are happening to you. That's just a part of life. It's not life in general. It's not your whole life. It's a part of life. We all go through hard times, and just trust and believe that it will. I just made it to work. It will get better. It will get better. And don't think about the narcissist, even though it's going to be times when you're going to go through sadness, moments of sadness. Pick yourself up out that. Pick yourself up out it. Write down some things. Start a journal. Look for valuable resources that can help you out. Look for support groups. Look at some videos. Find people who are going through the same thing, but don't let me see how to put this, because at times it is okay to feel sorry for yourself, but what you don't want to do is get there and stay there. You want to pick each other up. You want to be each other's support system, be each other's strength, be each other's motivator. And when you, I don't know why my phone tripping. Maybe it's time to get off and go in. You know, when you start to see that you got genuine folks around you, and that's not always easy to determine because you have to be around a person for a while, you know. But, you know, just think of some ways to get yourself up out that mode, you know, and never think about maybe the narc was right. They were never right. They were never right. It was just a plot to try to make you feel bad. That's just something that they do. Again, don't receive that in your spirit, you know. So just know that things will get better. And it may not feel that way right then and there, but it will get better. I hope this video was helpful to someone. I'll have another video later on. Well, I'll try to post this one before I do my video later on today. And if not, they'll just be together. I'll put both of the videos together like I've been doing. So thank y'all for watching. Talk to you later. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about how the narcissists react after you give them a temporary silent treatment. Now, I'm not advising anyone to go gray rock, you know, temporarily, or, you know, go no contact temporarily. I just advise you to use strict boundaries. But there are going to be some times when the narcissist pretty much breaks the ice with the boundaries, and they do something that kind of serves aid to you or whatever. So when they assist you in some type of way after you have went no contact, or, you know, after just going gray rock with them all the time, they're gonna kind of try to manipulate the situation into brainwashing you and making you think, well, see, you know, like, you were giving me the silent treatment for nothing and I came to your aid. Like, no, you didn't have to do anything for me. I just allowed you, you know, a little bit more room to deal with me. And you're, you know, you're just so into yourself. You know, you're feeling yourself too much now that you're thinking you're back in, but you're not backing in. You know, if anything, you can kind of turn it around and say, well, I kind of used you to my advantage of something I needed from you. But now, you know, we're going back to where we were. So don't get too comfortable in the situation. A lot of times the narcissist will try to convince you to admit that maybe I was going overboard. But never give in to that and just kind of feel like you owe them an apology, because they're going to be expecting an apology from you, even though they still don't deserve an apology. Like I say, some situations it warrants you to allow the narcissist to do a little bit more than what they normally do because of the boundaries. But when you just kind of like, you know, just be a little more lean with the boundaries and let them do certain things that, you know, that brings them back around and things like that. Trust me, they're going to look for some type of acknowledgement or, you know, they need you to show them gratitude or whatever. And they just never learn the lesson of why I took that route to begin with. They will never understand that it was never me, it was you. That's why I made the decision to go no contact with you. That's why I made the decision to back away from you for a while, or just kind of like, you know, like just cut off communication and just deal with you as much as I only need to. They will never look at it like that. They will always feel like that you owe them time. They will always feel like that they're entitled to be in your life. So that's just something I wanted to point out. I noticed that about the narcissist that assists me today with something. And it's like they needed me to apologize and say sorry that I just, you know, just kind of been to myself lately and not dealing with you like I used to. I'm not sorry about that. I don't regret the decision I made for doing that, and I don't want y'all to do that either. You know, all I said was, you think you got me figured out, huh? Well, you don't. You know, you chose to help me out. You know, like, I had a flat tire today when I was leaving work, and a narc, they noticed it, so they ran to their car. They got the portable, the thing that puts air in your tires, and brought it over to me and was like, let me take care of that for you. And I'm like, don't expect nothing out of me. I say, well, I was just going to call Papa Lock, or, my roadside assistance through my insurance. And I was just like, how in the world do brand new tires just go flat like this? Come to find out, it was not the tire. And on top of that, the narcissist took it upon themselves to want to follow me to the tire shop. And I'm like, you don't have to do this. Like, you're doing a little bit too much. You don't have to do this. Like, don't expect me to be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so glad that you were there. And I was so wrong for, like, I'm not going to do that. So I said, you think you got me figured out, huh? And he was like, nah, I just kind of know how you are. It's sometimes maybe you just don't want to be bothered. Well, I don't never want to be bothered with you. But hey, if you want to use your machine to put some air in my tire until I make it to the tire shop, fine with me. But don't think that this is open doors for you again. Because come tomorrow, we're going to be back where we were. I'm back Gray Rock with you, back very low vibrational contact, only because we work together is the only reason why I'll be communicating with you. So don't get too happy, with assisting me with anything. That's just something I wanted to point out real quick. And they follow me to the tire shop. I'm like, you don't have to do that. And, just watching everything I do, like they want me to say, thank you so much. Like, you can leave now. I kept saying, well, thank you. You can go ahead. I got time. No, see, the thing is, I know that sometimes you don't want to be bothered. And I'm like, well, sometimes I don't want to be bothered with a lot of people and for different reasons. That's what I said. And I don't think that, it registered within what I meant, but it doesn't matter. Like I say, back to where we were come tomorrow. But just take that into mind when a narcissist comes to your aid or whatever, or when they kind of forcefully offer some type of assistance to you. If you're going to accept it, sometimes you still have to let them know this doesn't change anything now, and just make sure that you got everything already laid out for you so that they won't, just kind of like throw it in your face, because trust me, they're going to make you feel like, well, if you weren't being this way, I would have been doing this. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I don't need you. And that's what hurts you the most. It's because I don't need you. Narcissists, they need you to need them. And because that proves a point to themselves, that they're just this grand person that everybody just flocks to, like they're just God's gift to the world. So anyway, so this video will be following the one that I did earlier this morning. So I hope that, it's helpful to anyone. Watch it in its entirety. Please leave your comments down below. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.